I'm with Geoff Hodbod today, who is the creative director and founder at 3D Imaging Video Production. Welcome, Geoff.
Yes, it's great to be here with you, Mick. And yeah, fire away by all means.
Well, start off, just tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, I started in 1998 as producing CGI graphics and animation work. Just marketing myself on the early internet then, so managing to pick up some quite large clients, including Unilever and Sun Chemicals, and we've started out in a small way with the help of the Prince's Trust. So very pro King Charles. Yeah, thank you to him. Absolutely. So had a mentor, Tom Griffiths from Sabden, and he was very kind to point me in the right direction. And he had a manufacturing firm that made then revolutionary boiling systems for heating systems, and he also employed me to produce some marketing material for them, and because video content is very important. Even then, it was important to have on a website to get people to add stickiness to a website, and everyone's cottoned onto that now with YouTube. But even then, it was a thing, and and obviously Google. It's, if you have a video on your website, then it says this is worth far more than just a little bit of text. So it's more like to send you people in the if you bother to go through that process. And
so Geoff, I'm dying to ask you, have you met the King?
Well, I wish. I've seen his mother about 200 meters away once. She was visiting a whiskey distillery place in Arran, but that's as close as I've got to royalty, I think. So it's but yeah, very pro royals, and yeah, they do a lot for the country, and yeah. So I was unwell after leaving university, and spent and had a two-year gap, and I was able to just determine this is what I really want to do for the rest of my life, and quite lucky in that way. And then with the help of the local business organization, which was called LTech at the time. It's probably changed its name now, but there were some mentors there. Of course, they teach you all the double entry bookkeeping and all the basics, and with lots of like-minded people, and then also the Prince's Trust were instrumental in sending me on my way, and so on. So
well done for what you've achieved. Who are what type of customers are you dealing with now? Then you mentioned Unilever earlier.
Some chemicals they are the large. Well, I think they are the world's largest producer of ink in general. Everything the posters behind you printed with their ink probably, and everything you pick up in the supermarket, all the packaging is printed on enormous inkjet machines just running at 1 million miles an hour. And so they have various little projects to including printing on edible foodstuffs. And again, it's just they're not producing the end machines, but they want generic animations of a nicely glazed cake with an inkjet, and and it's little Sammy's favorite. It's his birthday, and he gets a cake with his face on or something, and or you could have a range of little buns, and you could have them all printed with with individual names and so on. So just there's always something new, and CGI animation is a good way to get ideas across, because it produces a nice, clean, beautiful image that is not dependent on a bus going by, or bad lighting, or rain, and it just can be just perfected to and then it looks great on the internet. So
I'm guessing, Geoff, there are other companies doing what you do.
Yes. It's
so what differentiates you then from the rest of them, do you think?
Well, I suppose I have a degree in physics from Durham University, and so I also have this scientific background. So I feel I am more likely to cotton on to whichever new technical thing that someone's come up with than perhaps someone from a wholly artistic background. you know, I think that's probably is my unique selling point of being half arty, half scientific, technical. So you know, done part of mechanical engineering degree at Salford, and then a physics degree at Durham. So I've done all that, and so you know, it's a good, you know, all these things, they teach you how to learn, I think, and so it just it will, which is great to, you know, just you know, up to a certain point in education, you tend to be spoon-fed, but when you get to these places, you're expected to go and learn it yourself, and so it just puts you in good stead for the rest of your life to learn computer graphics or whatever some new concept some genius has come up with, and right, okay, you need that showing in a particular way. I will do my best to present it nicely and so on. So yeah, so. Yeah.
So I can see you've got both right brain and left brain characteristics, which is
going
to be a great combination.
Well, that's it. Yeah. So you know, so yes, that was that when I was at Durham. I was, you know, the thing that interests me the most is you know, there were projects where you had to present some new idea, and that was, you know, or presenting some experiment in a beautiful way, and you know, and here it is, you know, that you know, obviously there was the thing in itself, but a presentation of ideas is something that I really enjoyed. So yeah, that's for me. And so yeah,
great. So what does the future look like, Geoff? What are the challenges ahead for you?
Yeah, I think in some ways COVID's been a terrible thing, and but it has made people more accepting of people working remotely, and so I began working from home, and of course it cuts down overheads and also, but it means that you know, for producing animation work, it's quite a computer intensive process. So there's an awful lot of machinery that you set going, and then it's good to check up on it every so often. So if you're downstairs making the meal and then you want to pop upstairs and check everything is going as it should be, that works well. As you know, because I was at an office 15 minutes away, and that was a problem. So I thought, it hasn't worked out. No, okay. So it's better for me to be all in one place, and you know, and I'd also like to thank you know, the lady who I've lived with for the last you know, 20 years, Joy, who died this year. It wasn't COVID related, but you know, she was a great help to me, and you know, I continue to do all this in her name, in her you know, in her honor. But yeah, we're looking forward to the future, and you know, hopefully another 20 years until retirement, and continuing doing the same thing. And you know, as people, you know, people will always want to present new ideas. This is a way. I see this as you know, it will continue it will change a bit, but it will there'll always be someone wanting to present, some company wanting to present their latest thing to everyone else, and so
onwards and upwards, Geoff.
Yeah,
good.
Absolutely, that's it, mate. Yeah. So
and what about your learnings along the way? What have you picked out that's stood out for you there?
Well, yeah, I think if you begin to pick up something, I suppose an awful lot of my learning in the last 20 years been software related, and so I think once you've found something that works, then you know, just don't be too easily swayed by the latest trends in what someone else might think is wonderful, and just kind of, unless you really need to, just try and make whatever you know work with the current situation, and because it will itself be evolving, and there will be you know, and starting learning something slightly different from scratch is you may need doing every so often, but it's quite a big undertaking, and so if you can continually build on what you've learned already, then it's going to win out for you, really.
That's great advice, Geoff. And what else would you say to someone who's just starting out in business?
Yeah, I'll get some mentors, and yeah, Printers Trust, if that's available to you, that yeah, do that. And yeah, I would say just get some clients, and maybe not, don't start too pricey, and build up a portfolio, and as you can prove are more and more worthwhile, then you can always ratchet it up a bit, and it's quite a refreshing thing to be your own boss. And so if things go whichever way that you are, it's down to you. You can't blame anyone else, which has got pros and cons. So so it's
that's great advice, Geoff.
Yeah,
thank you very much. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, so yeah, it's been nice speaking to you, Mick, and yeah, so yeah, thanks again.